This is Blackwater Bottoms by Matt and Shantyboys Map Creations. It is 74.76 megabytes to download, and the description says, "Welcome to Blackwater Bottoms." It's based loosely on the area I live in, Johnson County, Missouri. Blackwater is a river that meanders its way through miles of low-lying farmland, often surrounded by dense trees. I've tried to recreate some of that in this map. This map has one farm with everything you need to become a successful farmer. All the fields are buyable, and all the grass between the fields, all animals, greenhouses, beehive, and 3 fields are free for you. So if you like grass, this is also the map for you. The map includes gas station, farmers market, grocery store, grain sale south, bowling alley, restaurant, oil production, bakery, cereal factory, spinnery, furniture production, beehive, greenhouse, and all base game animals and some buildings. Awesome, let's go and check it out, guys. And here we are. This is where you start off in all 3 modes, and this is the map. Pretty cool map, I like it. It's got varying sizes and shapes of fields, as you can see. Now, I am in new farmer mode. We are just here outside our farmhouse. And if I click on the land that we own in new farmer mode, it is all that. So basically, like it says in the description, all the sort of land, the grass areas between the fields, we start off owning all of that. All the areas where productions and sell points are, we own. So yeah, quite a lot to own, to be honest with you. It is easier to see in this mode the 3 fields that we start off with. It does say 3 fields in the description. That is field 12 just here. We've got field 13, and then we've got field 5 on this side here, like so. Field prices, they vary, as you can imagine, because you can see they are different sizes. Now, there is only a couple of single fields to buy, if that makes sense. A lot of them come as like 2s or 3s or 4s. So for instance, field 1 here and 2 come as a pair, 404,000 for that. 3 and 4 are together, 396,000. I think 6 is on its own for 580,000. That is quite a huge field. These 4 are together, so on and so forth. As you can see, 3, 2 over there, 2, those 3. I think these 2 are singular, and then those 2. So, and then there's a forestry area over here. That is 682,000, just over. So if you bought all of that up, you pretty much buy the whole of the map. There is a little chunk here, which is 15,444. That is the BGA. So pretty cheap there. As you can see, there's nothing showing. That is actually the oil mill. So we will do that when we get to it. We'll buy the plot of land there for the BGA. But yeah, there is the map, guys. Like I say, we start off here. This is kind of your farm area, and it is huge. Lots of room, plenty of opportunities to sort of restyle, revamp however you want. We do have animals on here, one of each type, which we'll talk about in a second. And then yeah, just productions and things like that going on. Pretty smart. Right, if we go into this menu, we have got 100 collectibles on here. They are the toys from Elm Creek. Productions, we do start off with 2 large greenhouses, which is nice. They are growing everything at the minute. They've got water in them, topped up, and we also start off owning the oil mill, which is quite a nice touch as well. There is contracts available on the fields we don't own, and there is the 5 animal pens that are showing up. I'll show you again on the map where they are. No custom crops. It is all pretty much base game equipment and buildings. There's no mods at all in here, so pretty straightforward for me in that sense. The animal pens, we have 4 up here on our farm. So we've got cows here, which is the feeding robot one, a large pigsty, the bigger chicken coop, and a large sheep pen. And then we've also got a large horse barn down here, which obviously we will visit as we go round. So yeah, that I think is all that I need to show you. There is, as I said, no mods. The painting textures are the sort of base game ones, so animal mud, asphalt, concrete, dirt, forest ground, grass, dry grass, gravel, rock and granite. That is it, and I think that is all that. So let's do the slot counts and then we'll get going. Now, new farmer mode. You do start off with exactly the same equipment in all three modes, but the slot count is different by one slot. I'm thinking it's because you don't own any land in Farm Manager and start from scratch. There must be a one slot there somewhere. But in new farmer mode, it is 986 slots. In Farm Manager and start from scratch, 985. But like I say, you start off with the same equipment in all three modes. You don't get a huge amount of equipment. It's pretty much the basics to get you going, but there is some pretty cool equipment we get. So we have got a large tractor, which is a very nice tractor. It's the Case Magnum 340 CVX drive. Very nice harvester as well, the class Lexion. We've got a huge header for that Lexion. That is a 13.8 meters wide one, and a nice corn header as well. Got a big cultivator, that's nice. Seeder, which will seed and fertilize as well. That is a direct drill, and the planter here is also a direct drill, and that will seed and fertilizer too. Liquid fertilizer though. And then we have two header trailers. One for your corn header, which is going to be that one, and then the Nardi trailer is going to be for your standard header. And that is your equipment, guys. Now, if you want to sell off all of that equipment, you can get the slot count down to 869. So pretty cool. There is potential to get that slot count down even further, 1,000 for each collectible, which I will talk about. There is a couple of little things that you can't sell. Again, I will talk about that in a second. Sleep trigger right behind us. It is the farmhouse from Elm Creek. Now, the first thing, selling. You can sell this farmhouse. You get paid for selling it, but it does not remove it. I'll quickly show you that actually while we're here. So if I click on that, sell that, 75 grand, we get paid that, but the building stays. We lose our sleep trigger. So just something to be aware of as well. This little carport type shed thing I couldn't sell, but all the sheds and the animal pens I could sell. We've got some huge floodlights dotted around the farm, as you can see. Couldn't sell them either. Nothing was happening, or it wasn't sort of turning a blue colour when I clicked on them. But they're pretty cool. You're going to get plenty of light around your farm as well. But if you sold off all these sheds, if you wanted to revamp the area, this is a huge area, which you're going to see in a second. The lowest I got the slot count down to was 752, and that was by selling off the sheds, the animal pens, including the horse barn down the bottom there, and I also managed to sell off the oil mill. I got rid of that, and I got it down to 752. But like I say, you can sell off the BGA if you own it, so there's potential to get that slot count down even further. Right, let's head on around. So like I say, little carport type jobby there. There is the floodlights. I love these bridges. They've been made out of huge logs. They are pretty cool. This one doesn't actually show on the map that there's a bridge there. We do have a few around the map like so, where it's showing you there's a bridge across, but for some reason that one isn't on the map, but there is a bridge there, and I like that. This is the river that kind of runs around. I like the way it's been done as well. It's not a nice clean just water all flowing through. We got sticks, we got rocks in there. It's pretty cool, like so. Right, let's run around the farm until we get to our tractor, and we will grab that. These sheds, you can use these sheds even in Farm Manager and start from scratch. So even though you don't own any of this land, it will let you open all these doors. It will let you use the animal pens. You can also sell all of this off as well. But just be careful, because you might think, oh, I can sell off all these and start, you know, putting down stuff. You won't be able to, because you don't own the land. So you need to be aware of that. And also, one thing I didn't point out, this plot of land, which takes in all of this that you can see in blue, is worth a whopping 3.3 million. So you could sell that off now if you wanted to get rich quick, but you wouldn't be able to place anything down. So yeah, in the other two modes, that's going to cost you 3.3 million. So I would probably come on here, new farmer mode, and just crack on with it, if I'm honest. So anyway, running around, we've got some more sheds over here, and they are huge sheds as well. As you can see, we can turn the lights on. We've got our harvester in that one, and then this is a beast of a shed as well. I quite like this shed though. It's very huge though, very expensive, but it does have a workshop trigger in the corner here, if you're not aware, which is pretty nifty. Got our planter, seeder and cultivator, and then our tractor. We will jump in that and we will start heading on round. As you can see, our headers are on their appropriate trailers, which is nice for us, ready to go. But look at the space and room you've got. So you've easily got enough room to add more sheds or anything else, productions, another silo, anything like that. Anyway, this is the cow barn. This is the feeding robot one. So you've got a slurry point there. I know most of you guys will be familiar with this, so I will just go round them quickly, kind of thing. Milk point down the end. Obviously the cows will appear out here and also inside. Dialogue box is there, hold 80 cows. You can open these doors either end so you can drive through. Straw triggers in there. You can feed them if you want, but if you've got a robot, why would you want to? Just top that all up and let the robot do it. Put your feet back, have a cup of tea. Then we do have a large even pigsty. Got a slurry point there. Obviously the pigs are going to appear here. What I like what Matt's done is there's plenty of room even, I cannot speak today, to drive round all your sort of sell points, productions, animal pens. There is a lot of room on this map, which is pretty cool. Right, 270 pigs in there. Your feed trigger is just there. Now there is no manure heap, at least I haven't found one unless it's been hidden, so you only need to place one down if you want manure. If you probably put one somewhere about here, I'm thinking if you've got cows and pigs, you should be able to collect manure from both of those in that one manure heap, I would imagine. Again, look, even room around the chicken coop if we want to. Chicken coop, feed trigger, dialogue box, 360 eggs will appear around here. And like I say, I know most of you guys have used these animal pens, but there will be people that are new to the game and might not necessarily have used the base game ones. Sheep pen, a large one. Wall will appear there. We've got sort of a little storage area there. Sheep there. Your feed trigger is just there, and the dialogue box is round the side. 65 sheep. Happy days. And then over this side we've got our farm silo. Again, this is a base game one, so it's standard crop types, but this is 2 million litre capacity. So on the right, our right, this one, tip in there, and that is your pipe out. There is the pipe, like so. Very cool. So there you go, that is all of that farm area. We will head on out this way across this little bridge, and I really like these lights. Look at these cool lights. They're like sort of old oil lanterns. Pretty smart. Tell you what, I didn't test actually to see if they actually light up in the dark. I expect they will do if they are there. And then out of our farm we've got this huge sign above our heads. just in case you didn't know where you lived, I'll go into landscaping mode, it's easier. It says farm, so that is where our farm is, guys, and we've got the USA flags on the top. Right, out onto this main road, which is a lovely crisp road. I haven't seen any traffic on here, I haven't seen any people walking around either, so I don't think there is any of those two on here. Across this little bridge, which is quite a cute little bridge, there is our two greenhouses. As I said earlier, things growing already, they are both topped up with water. This is one of our fields on the right hand side, field 13. And then down the end here we do have the beehive and the pallet spawn location right in front of it. We've already got a little bit of honey there in the mix. Right, back out of that area. But you can see in front of us some of the size of the fields, and it's not all flat on this map. You can see it's going up and down as we look across, which is nice. And like it says, all this grass here we own, so we can mow that if we want to, which I think is quite a nice touch, especially if you're running cows and you know you got your sheep as well, you can feed them grass. Right, into our animal dealer, a huge area, lots of buildings going on. Your dialogue box is just there, that will show up all those pens that we've just looked at, obviously apart from the horses because we haven't got to them yet. Got a bit of shed space there on the left, but that is our animal dealer. We are going to hang a right, left even, don't know my lefts from my rights at my age, that's bad. And we'll head down across another bridge. This one's a bit more of a sort of proper built bridge, very cool though. And as we get out into this area you can sort of see it really opens up some of the fields, very huge areas, open areas, which is pretty cool. But it's got some nice detail on here. I like these power lines to our left, nice little touches. Over there is a huge rock formation which you can actually climb up. There is some wooden steps there round on one side, and there's like a sort of little cave there for a bit of exploring. I'm guessing there'd probably be some collectibles down there as well, is my thought. So if we go left across here, feels like we're going really slow, but we're hitting 33 miles per hour. Some of the fields do have these little wooden bridges because there is some ditches around the fields. And then coming up on our left is another huge area, and that is a sale point. That is Feed and Grain South, and this sale point is literally just here, like so. And then opposite us is the spinnery. Now what with owning all these areas, as you can see, this is a huge area, so like I said, you've got plenty even of options to place things down. Look, we can get a shed all the way in and around, even up right round here if you wanted to. So plenty of scope to add things to these areas, which is pretty cool. Right, let's go and visit the horses. You can just about see the barn over there through those trees. There is a track that leads down to them, so off we go. But yeah, huge fields, nice and open, but not completely flat. Right, into here. I'll zoom down a little bit. We've got a lovely sort of lake area to our left. A little sort of hut there. Again, plenty of room to drive all the way round, but this is our horse barn. So your feed triggers and straw will be there. This is the dialogue box. That will hold 14 horses. We've got gates here if you want to take them in and out riding, things like that. This little hut over here is pretty cool. We can go inside there. So you could start with this as your little house. Actually, there's some nice detail in there. We've got collectibles, we've got some nice furniture, little lamps again, lovely fireplace. I bet that's nice in the winter. There you go. And there's the lake area, which is nice. We are heading into the dense forest to the sawmill, which also has the carpentry in there. And I'm hoping I can remember my way out of there the right way. There is no proper track on this bit, but as you can see in front of us, we do have a track leading into the forest. Lots of trees here around us, plenty of money to be had, but look, it's not flat at all in here. So if you're thinking of clearing this area and doing something with it, you might have to do a little bit of landscaping. But the good thing about it is the sawmill is right in the thick of it. So through here, there is our sawmill, which obviously you can buy, sell your wood here, planks will appear there. We've got our wood chip out point over here, and again, huge space, plenty of potential to put other things down. And then we've got our carpentry just there, which is nice. So that is that area. Now this is where I need to remember which way to go, because I need to come out a certain way to make the tour a bit more easier. I think it's this way. But yeah, really up and down this terrain in here. Carry on, I think. Yeah, this is right. This is correct. This is where we need to be. So we will eventually come round the top of field 30 on the mini map and then join up with that road. Oh yeah, first of all, we've got this. This is a nice cool area. I like this, how this has been done. We've got a bit of a campsite going on. So I'm presuming toilets, maybe. Got a little kiddies play area, somewhere to eat, a couple of places, different types of tents, which I like, as you can see. And then up the back we've got the posher people in their brick built chalets, the snobs. But yeah, that's pretty nice. I like that area. Cool. Right, let's get back onto that road and head on up north. I think we are heading to another sale point. So back over a bridge. I do like the leaves on the ground. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Very nice. Very autumnal. So our farm is just through there. You can kind of see some of the sheds and animal pens. Over here on the right we do have the bowling restaurant sale point, and that is round the back. Do have a bit of residential going on here. Look, some sort of buildings, houses. But round the back is our sale point, like so. I'm not quite sure why the fence isn't finished, but we're going to take advantage of that and scoot across and join this track. So yeah, up there, look, that's kind of residential, which is pretty nice. And then just in front of us on the left is our dairy, so another production. There's your tipping point and where you can buy it. On your right here we have got the cereal factory, and then we've got the bakery just there. This is the grain mill, If we go this way though, that's where you tip in. Right in front of us is the oil mill, and that is what you start off owning. In Farm Manager and Start From Scratch, you still own the greenhouses and this oil mill as well. I forgot to mention that. So you do start off with those 3 productions as well in those 2 modes, which is nice. Now this is our BGA. Nice dinky little one, I quite like that. Obviously no icons showing up, but we will need to buy that, which is this plot. Like I said, 15,444. Click off that, we've now got the BGA showing on the map. And there's all our symbols. It is just a standard BGA. It won't take anything special other than the norm. But that's, where's the tractor gone? There, that's pretty cool. That's that area done. Now we're just going to nip through the trees. It's not the proper way in, but just round the back of this building is another sale point, and this is the Grocer Y Mart sale point. So this is kind of like a supermarket, isn't it? Obviously your way in would be through here, but that is the Grocer Y Mart. Over here we've got our shop. This is also your reset point up here. There's your shop menu icon, and then just here we do have another workshop trigger if you wanted to sell anything like that. We've got a gas station just there, and then if we go across and take a right here, we've got the farmers market sale point. And again, plenty of room to get round the back, and we've got our usual 2 sale points for the farmers market, the one on the right for your grains and your crop types, and the one on the left for your pallets of produce productions, which is nice. And we can drive all the way out this way, so we can do a complete loop round. I think it would have been nice to have a little bit of traffic on here. Hopefully that could maybe get added in further down the line, I'm not quite sure. But again, really open areas, plenty of opportunity to make fields bigger as well, or join them up if you wanted to. And then if we go left, this is another nice little area as well. We've got another lake down the bottom, some seating and some lovely views. Look, I've got a little pontoon jetty just there, and then on the right we've got the fast food restaurant sale point. And again, drive all the way around the back just there, so if you wanted to grab yourself a burger and come and sit out here. Oh, what's happened there? Someone's had too many burgers and sat in that one, I think. Can we lift that up? No. But there you go, guys. That is the map. That is Blackwater Bottoms. Let's show you where we sort of went. So we started off in the main farm. We come across the bridge, greenhouses, beehives, back out, animal dealer, all the way down here, across. We did the spinnery and the sale point there, feed grain south, horses, into the forest, sawmill, carpentry. I think we came out this way. There's the little campsite, back out, up there, the bowling restaurant sale point, across there, dairy, cereal, I think, bakery, grain mill, oil factory, BGA, Grocer Y Mart, shop, gas station, farmers market, and then we finished up here at the fast food restaurant. Awesome. What a lovely view. There you go. That is it, guys. Blackwater Bottoms by Matt and Shantyboys Map Creations. Hope you have all enjoyed the map tour. If you have, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That would be fantastic. And don't forget to smash that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. Please let me know your thoughts on the map. I always like comments and feedback. I try and respond to everyone. Nice to hear from you guys. But that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.